The change,
Earlier at the end of October, I believe October 21st, the judge dismissed Mr. Cheney's case against the township. Since then, me, Bruce, Dawn, and our new code enforcement officer I think the code enforcement officer has been to the property once, and he is preparing a report as we speak
A report,
of potential violations.
and that'll be sent to Cheney.
Yes,
so what's the turnaround time on that?
pretty soon. I think he's going to get it to me, and I'm going to review it, and I'll get it back to him to enforce.
And the case we won is he filed a civil rights
Yeah, civil rights violation.
claim against us, and it took how many months for the judge to...
How many years? Yeah. Tied up for a while.
She actually tied us up from taking any more enforcement action, and that stopped.
Have fun riding.
That permitted us to go back to start enforcing. We had been stayed for that long
Since I've been here, because
When you had the independent engineer come assess his property, what was the outcome of it? Engineer report? Was it condemnable property, or was it structurally sound, or?
I think it was all confidential, the
yeah,
information.
we're still working on that, but we'll, yeah, the judge let the property inspector on for purposes of his case against the township. Like we said, we now have a new code enforcement officer, and we will be moving forward appropriately to take care of it.
And for what it's worth, I don't know if you were here, but we have established a property maintenance appeals board. And along those lines, one of the questions that I have to ask tonight is, since this is a quasi-judicial body with a direct appeal to the Court of Common Pleas, I believe we should have an attorney present, number one, and number two, court reporter, anytime that we are have a hearing on this matter. And I'm going to ask the board tonight to approve that. And I'll make that motion.
Wait a second. Chris, I know we've had court reporters whenever the appeal goes to, say, a common pleas court, or goes further on, or there will be no further testimony. When it's something like this, when it's an appeals board, wouldn't on an appeals, would a judge start over with taking testimony?
Usually the judge has an option. The judge is going to do what the judge wants to do, but if you have a record established, he may very well rely on that record, because the board will be the fact finder, and the judge will look to see if it had a basis to make that decision. And the judge doesn't really want to be hearing these from scratch every time it goes up to Court of Common Pleas. And one other thing, the ordinance as written provides that if the appellant wishes to have the proceedings recorded stenographically, they may request that and pay the cost associated with it. And if they would not request that, the township could certainly also then provide to have the proceedings transcribed.
They're most likely never going to request that. It's in their best interest not to have it recorded, probably. It's in our best interest to have it recorded.
So it is there. The option is there in the ordinance for us to transcribe the proceedings.
So I'd like to make the motion that we retain counsel if and when or as we need it for this appeals board, and also for the court reporter.
I'll second that motion.
Second. Moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. So that board is taking care of that.
I'd like maybe 3 more things, Brandon. I know you guys are tired of hearing about this, but last month we spoke on HRA, the new HRA for the police.
You told us, you said if you talked about it 2 months ago, you said you'd I promise I'd never bring it up again. I got the minutes here.
But I got one more.
All right.
Why HRA, not FSA?
It accomplished what we had hoped to accomplish by not keeping those savings accounts running forward.
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that an
But
HRA...
you read it on the on my comment. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
an HRA, we can allow the employees to keep.
Exactly.
we don't have the intention of allowing the employees, and we made that clear.
I have your word as a board that it won't happen.
Correct. My word, yes.
I mean, collectively as a board.
I mean, I can tell you what I will do.
Okay. I mean, that out to me was just glaring. You know what I mean? That you just had that option as an out, and it shouldn't have been.
But they proposed it that way. Normally when it comes from them, that's the way they understand it.
It came from the plan that way.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you know, if it doesn't happen, I'll be back.
But you know, it's a step in the right direction, right?
Yes, it is. Darlene videotapes all these meetings. The audio's horrendous. If the township's not going to get a system to where someone can't, you know, that maybe can't physically make it to a meeting, but would like to see what's going on at these meetings, if the township can't get a system to accomplish that, can you maybe patch her some audio so she can plug it into her camera and we can actually hear what's going on?
Can you give me till Supervisor's new business?
Excuse me?
Can you give me until or Mr. Chairman, should I bring it up now?
No, first of all, Dawn's going to comment on our new system.
Yeah. Give us,
On what new system?
do you want me to bring up going?
What we were hoping, I thought, was when the new website was enacted, that would coordinate with the new website, and you'll see this.
Can I, Mr. Chairman, can I have? So,
Wait a minute, what's that going to do about the ability of our residents to hear these meetings?
let me listen. Okay. So as part of the new website, we are going to put the videos on the website so that people can be able to hear. It is part of the system, so they'll be able to hear the audio as well as see the video. We also looked into the potential of renting lapel microphones because my concern was exactly what we have here. We bought new microphones because the old ones didn't work and we're having very similar problems. The lapel microphones, you can't rent them. Nobody will rent a lapel microphone. They're $450 or more a piece. We would need 12 of them for the people that sit here, not to mention some sort of system for the microphone you're speaking at now. It's going to be a budget item that will be brought up in our budget meeting November 5th because it's $5,400 just for the 12 of us to have lapel microphones. And whether or not, but as far as to answer your question, we are 99% done with the website. There will be video, there will be audio. We've all received a link so that we can see it and make any sort of adjustments. We are almost there. I would say within a week, it will be done. And anybody who wants to watch these meetings will be more than able to. And I really have to give Cindy Alexander credit because she's been amazing getting this done. It's been a long process, but the goal was to allow residents who can't attend to watch it.
We've got to look at some of the website, it's going to be great.
It's not officially online, but there was a link that was distributed that we could all see it.
My concern is this. For 3.5 years, I've been supervisor, long before you, well, a little bit before you. And from the beginning, I asked for a system that worked, lapel microphones. I was told that I just want to waste taxpayers' money because at the time it was $2,200. I was told it was not a budgeted item and nobody did a damn thing. And here we are 3.5 years down the road and I don't believe anymore. This is ridiculous that people cannot hear at the meetings, that are sitting in the front row and can't hear at the meetings.
I mean, I can understand maybe they won't rent the microphones. We're talking $450. It's not like you're not going to get use out of it. Buy one. Try it.
That's the part. It took a long time because we wanted to do our due diligence and make sure that there wasn't a...
Nobody did any due diligence on this,
On what?
on these microphones. They're a waste.
Well, I can't.
Agree.
But I hope that satisfies your question, Mr. Bailey.
Absolutely. Next question. Do we not have someone at the township that can wash cars, like police cars? We spend a lot of money on car washes.
Who would you suggest washes?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Who? I mean, is there someone, do you have people that work here, right? And maybe it's someone at the road department, someone, hit somebody.
I'm-
You realize
No,
probably
I
the
mean,
average-
that's a legitimate question, Mr. Media, too. I mean, obviously, I'm not
Well,
gonna.
that's up to you guys to figure out.
Community service that needs to wash cars.
What?
It's not the fire department.
If I can
Wait
answer.
a minute, I didn't hear what you said.
There's always somebody that's been breaking the law somewhere that needs hours for community service. We get them down to the fire department, they wash the fire truck.
Well, if I can add,
There you go.
As often
Great
as
idea.
these cars need to be washed.
I think this was brought up a year ago and it was never addressed to me.
I never heard.
Sean, I brought this up a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and I wasn't addressed ever personally, and I know it was brought up. But if I can at least add, since it is the police
I
department,
didn't hear what Smitty said because you were all talking. Can you repeat what you said first?
There's kids that get in trouble with the law that have to do community service. Might be 40 hours, whatever, 100 hours. We always get them down to the fire department, they wash the fire trucks. And
Really?
we can keep track of their hours so they can turn it into their parole officer. And that's an option. I don't know if you'd want to pursue that though.
I mean, it's not,
it's not that easy, and believe me when I tell you this, we have two particular locations at the car washes. I'm gonna use myself as an experience.
You have two what?
Two places we can get our car washes.
Go ahead.
They give us a community service discount, if I can remember, 50% off. These vehicles are their office. This is where they work in daily. We spend a lot of money on these vehicles. Every year I request for new police vehicles. It's not that easy to have someone come down and schedule a person to wash this car. I believe that it's time, accountability, money, and convenience. I think the last time, and again, I wasn't at this meeting, it was mentioned about the spraying wash. I ask anybody to put their best clothes on and try to spray wash a vehicle. These guys are in uniform. We work 12-hour shifts. On a muddy day, a snowy day, you'll be a mess. Try to listen to your cell phone where that compressor's going when you're spraying your car off. You're not going to hear it. We have to listen to the radios. These vehicles go in the car wash. They're washed, they're dried, they're maintained very well. I've been there, like I said, you go through the car wash, it's done, it's maintained properly. We have to keep these vehicles for years. I find it nearly impossible to schedule kids or people to come down and wash our police vehicles. This is during the day, they're answering 911 calls. The money, you're saving money, you're saving time. I mean, I hate to tell you, there's a timer on that spray wash. Let's use that for an example. You're putting $5, $6, $7 in there, depends on how money that vehicle is.
That's right.
It's $5 to wash these police cars. They're cleaned properly, they're taken care of. I will argue that any day. I think it's necessary that you give these officers the opportunity to drive through the car wash and get them clean. Trevane Township does it.
Did you say there were two?
yeah, what are the two you guys use?
We have, right off of Hahn Road, about a mile away, is Shining Star 19. We have Hahn Road, it's right next to North Trevane Township. We have Tim's, I think it's a new name, and I forget the name of it, it just changed ownership.
East End Hansburg.
Yes, it's right off of Weaver Town, they can go there as well. Sometimes there's different hours, different zones. Zone 2, which I talked about before, is Lawrence, Hendersonville, Organza Road, Hahn Road. That is not even a mile and a half or a mile out of our jurisdiction. North Strabane goes there, Canonsburg Borough goes there. We have Peters Township go there
Goes where?
to these car washes.
Which one? To Tim's?
Peters obviously goes to the one in their jurisdiction. The Canonsburg goes to Shining Star 19, and so does North Strabane.
So what does Cecil Township do?
We have two options. We can go to Shining Star, which is $5, and we can also go to the Tim's Car Washes right on Weaver Town.
And how much is it?
I'm sorry?
How much is
I
it?
believe that is $5 to $7. I have to look at that. It's a new ownership just took over. Again, $5, $7, you're paying a lot more as a resident. Somebody doesn't have a contract. We have a contract with them. They're all the same price, no matter how dirty that vehicle is, no matter how you have to get that thing washed daily. We drive on these roads, it's rainy, it's muddy,